I wasn't a ho-ho, but like, I was like a hopeless romantic hoe. Like, I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna hoe around while I'm looking for the one. What's up, everybody? It's me, Shawn Deon, and for those who don't know, I done did a lot of shit, but baby, this is a judgment-free zone, so if you have anything negative to say, beat it. If this is our first time meeting, hi, how are you? Go ahead and click that subscribe button down below to become part of my family. So today's story time, I'm gonna have to give you a lot of backstory, but not a lot of backstory, but like just enough backstory so you can follow. But anyway, it's gonna be about the time that I, yes me, was kidnapped. Yes. I know y'all be like, oh, people don't get kidnapped. They raise, people raise their kids better than that. Don't talk to strangers, all that kind of stuff. But yes, I was kidnapped, okay? It was a sad story of my life. Anyway, let's get into it with the backstory of it all. So, I be thinking, do I want to name drop these people? Because I be like, I don't care. I don't know what y'all doing in life. I was going to the club or whatever. I was with this group of people that I wasn't like necessarily like really close with, but like I would hang out with because they were like the people doing stuff that I wanted to do, not like the drugs, because a few of them was some druggies, but they were like club and stuff, and I'm just like, okay, free ride to the club, free ride back from the club, free drinks to the club, like I'm just trying to party, okay? So anyway, one of the dudes was just do I want to say their names? Anyway, one of the okay, so keep in mind how I'm describing them right now and what they are like anymore. I do know that, I hope. Actually, I don't know that, but hope y'all ain't the same because child, if so. Anyway, so we used to club and all this, that, and the third, and I was like, okay, cool. Mind you, I was not a hoe. I know I wasn't a ho-ho, but like I was like a hopeless romantic hoe. Like I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna hoe around while I'm looking for the one. So just keep that in the back of your mind, because this is how I got kidnapped right there. So like this is how they got me. I was hanging out with these people, and we would hang out literally all the time. Like mind you, I was still in high school. I was a senior year. So we would hang out, I go to school, I was a cheerleader then, go to practice, do whatever, go to the games, and then be at the club still before like, well, not before 11 on game night, but practice night still before 11, so I got in free. But so I would go hang out with them. They'd be doing whatever they do, and when I tell you I'm hanging out with them, like every weekend I'm staying the night at their house, we're going out to eat, all that kind of stuff. And it's more than one person. It's like 2 or 3 people at all times. So keep that in mind too. I ain't feel nothing of it. I'm just like, okay, we hanging out, we doing what we gotta do, boom, we're homegirls. Homegirls, that's what I was thinking. I was like, we just homegirls. Mind you, I stay at this person's house. Sometimes, like, it's more than, like I said, more than just me and one other person. It's multiple people all the time. Sometimes I'm sleeping in the bed, sometimes I'm on the floor. That kind of stuff. And one of these people secretly are going around telling everybody and their mama that we a thing, that we're an item, that they was getting all of this lusciousness, and that was not the case. Fast forward, we in the club now. Like I said, I'm on Jack Grinder and all that in the third. And there's this dude I've been talking to. I feel like saying somebody's name. The dude I was talking to, I ain't even gonna say his name either. No, we good. Like, we not gonna do it. You all wanna do it? We not gonna do it. Okay, so I invited him out. I was like, okay, cool, because I want to meet you, this, that, and third. He was really handsome back then. He not a bitch, but like he not a bitch now. But like I stumbled across some of his social media the other day, and I was like, oh, ooh, girl, he a sus. As I stroke my weave, I invite him out to the club, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna finally see him. Like I'm finna be booed up. Like, oh my God, it's about to be, babe, whatever. So he comes out, I see him, and I'm hanging out with him the whole night. Like I'm the whole in the club, babe, like, hey, what's up, hey, dancing, drinking, all that good stuff. Mind you, old boy that kept telling everybody that I've been hanging out with that drove me to the club, been telling everybody we was together. And so now everybody, and he was a networking queen. Like he, from the bartender to the door person to every bitch in there, he knew everybody. And he told everybody. And he looked stupid in front of everybody, because you got me sitting there all on somebody else. That ain't got shit to do with me. That's his fault. Why would you tell people that? Especially without talking to me, bitch. I don't even, At that time, actually, and I can say this, bitch, I didn't even like, one, he was feminine, and two, he was white. I ain't even date white people at that time. I have, but during that time, hell no, I didn't. No offense if you white. Oh, well, I gave y'all a little hint, he white. Look, see, you're welcome. And the guy that came to the club was light skinned. Welcome, don't know his nationality. Just know he's light skinned. But somehow we ended up arguing. We on the rooftop. We was in Greensboro, North Carolina, on the 3rd floor of Limelight at the rooftop arguing before they did this new remodel shit, because they got like this garage looking thing up there. I don't know. But we was up there arguing. Well, he was mostly arguing. I was like, that's your dumb fault. Like, he was like, you should have known. Oh, da 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 da. We be hanging out. I'm like, we hang out in groups at all times. I have never in my life hung out with you on one-on-one. And like, that was weird. And then it's just like, even if I was, like, think about spending the night, I would have cuddled with you. I would have something, bitch. I ain't even like, I don't know. Bitches is delusional. It's the drugs, it's the coke. Anyway, then he had this little big ass friend that was sitting there trying to back them up. And I was like, bitch, I would throw you off the 3rd floor and sleep well at night. Please don't try me, because I already didn't like that bitch. Her name rhymed with Sierra Mist or something like that. Peep the last name. Anyway. That's another hint. Shade. Okay, so anyway, he had my shit in his car, and I was like, oh my God, it's the middle of the night. Not that I would have gotten in trouble, but I was being considerate, and it was a Friday, so I was like, bitch, my mom is gonna be asleep right now. I don't wanna bang, because like when I say my stuff was in his car, my keys, my club, like, had stuff in his car. And I was like, oh dang, my mom gonna be asleep, I don't wanna wake her up. So I was talking to the dude, and I was like, you know, well, no, take me back to the house first. I did tell him to take me to the house. So he took me to the house, my house. And I was like, oh, is my mama up? All the lights is off. I said, dang, I ain't even gonna wake her up like that. So I was like, okay, well, can I stay with you for the night? No, I didn't ask that. He offered that. And I was like, stay with you for the night. I mean, when you gonna bring me back home? Like, I mean, like, sure. I mean, sure. I can go with you. Turns out, dude live in a different city. Want nobody gonna tell me that? You just assume I knew that? Like, you live in a different city. This 10-minute ride that I thought was about to be across, you know, 10 minutes up the street or something like that, turned into 15, 25, 30, 40. Then like around an hour later, we get to wherever the hell we are. And I'm like, okay. And that, mind you, he had a friend, so I was kind of like, okay, like it was a female friend, so I was like, okay, like, you know, it ain't too weird. Plus, I'm young and dumb. I'm like, oh, I like this person, so everything in the world is okay right now. We get there, child, I don't get to sleep in the bed. I don't even get to sleep in the house. I get to sleep in a motherfucking tent. A tent outside. Cause them bitches was like, yeah, we're sleeping outside, we camping tonight. Okay, I'm still rolling with it. I'm over here and I'm like, it's fine. Whatever. Next day, dude gotta work. Okay, so you gonna take me home after work? Yeah, at this point I'm ready to go home. Like, I'm not even fit. You know how when the thing, like, when you meet the person that I'm like, I'm not even feeling this person no more. So one night's gone and I'm like, I don't even like you no more. Like, not like he was a bad person, I'm just not feeling them like that. So I'm like, so you gonna take me home after work? Cool, okay, so I'm in the house or whatever. He went to work, he came back. I'm not taking you home today. What you mean you're not taking me home today? Mind y'all, I don't even know why I didn't ask my mom to come pick me up. And I feel like Uber and Lyft want things at that moment in time. I don't know. Plus I'm far away from home. I don't know. A lot of things just didn't add up at that time for me. And I'm just like, oh, I'm stuck. Okay. So now I'm just like, okay, day 2. So now it's Saturday, going to Sunday. I don't make it home again. This time, I feel like, no, I don't even think he worked that day. I don't know. No, because I think we got pizza or something shit like that. But mind you, like I said, it wasn't nothing wrong. I just didn't like him like that. So I was ready to go home. He was like cool peoples. And I was like, okay, Sunday didn't go home. Here goes Monday. And I'm like, I'm in high school. I need to go to school. Like, I probably would have skipped anyway, but like, dang. I mean, I did skip because I didn't make it back. But I was like, okay. I'm really past my limit now. Like, I want to go home and you're not taking me home. So I had to make a little big, like not a big deal, but I was just like, look, I really need to go home. Like not like I wasn't even like flipping. I was just more so like, I'm missing school, you know. My mom's blowing my phone. My mom didn't hit me up once that whole weekend from Friday to Tuesday when she saw me walk into the house. She did not hit me up. Not Tuesday, yeah, Tuesday morning. She didn't hit me up. Just keep that in mind. I'm the fourth child out of, I'm the baby out of 4 kids, so she was probably just did not care at that moment, but like, let me tell you, she didn't hit me up. My feelings is hurt about that a little bit. But I was just like, okay, I'm finally home. Like I was making a big deal, like I need to go home now, because I really feel like this man probably would have kept me there for a good week. Like, I don't know. It wasn't really like kidnapping. Like I voluntarily got in there, but on day 2, when I asking to go home and you can't take me, that's kidnapping. And I would be yelling rape also, but we ain't do that nasty, so I ain't gonna yell that. But that's probably what he was waiting on and ain't take me home. That's probably what it That's probably what it was. That's probably what it was right there. He ain't get none. So boom, I should have put it out. I could have been home the next day. Anyways, y'all, don't go home with no strangers, and don't bring all your stuff to the club and leave it in somebody's car that you barely mess with like that, because you never know when you're gonna be locked out your house in a different city, stuck and can't go home for a few days, wearing the other person's stuff because you ain't even had no clothes. Oh my God. Thank God I don't live that life no more. Anyway, the lesson of this story, or the moral of this story, the lesson that you need to know is just that. Just provide your own transportation, have your mama on speed dial, know your Uber password and card, and always have an account or Lyft or whatever ride service you use out there. Call Postmates and just, once they deliver your food, be like, hey, can you also give me a Lyft? I'll slide you a 20. Like, do what you gotta do. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the time that I got kidnapped. Yeah, I bet y'all thought I was really about to be like, oh my God, help me. No, like, I am black. My mama taught me better than that. I'ma run. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, and tell like 1, 2, 3, 20,000 friends. That way they can all do the same thing. If no one told you today, you're beautiful. I love you, and bye.